We'll get started in three, two, one, and heals. There we go.
All right, both of our players off here. 36 viruses to get out of this 8th level, and already a pretty good start here for Floyd. He's going to have a nice couple of immediate double horizontals.
And on the other side, Influx also having a great start. He has this idea of how to see what pills are useful way farther. He sets up very nicely as I was seeing just there with his start, because he's not afraid of putting pills that would otherwise seem like they don't belong together, but yeah, they somehow make it he somehow makes it happen.
And Floyd here has his board opened up. A lot of red blue on that top line, not a lot of immediate access to yellow. Meanwhile, for Inphlox, a couple of big spires he's going to start taking down. I see a lot of garbage in column 2 that might start hindering him and really make that left side complicated.
Yeah, on the one side, Floyd struggling because he needs a lot of blue. On the other side, Influx has just gotten rid of his last blue. So, yeah, the two very different boards at this point. We'll see which one makes it first out of level 8.
It's very even right now between these two. Floyd deciding to abandon ship. He wants to open up underneath. Looks like that might be the right call as he's about to. He needs a couple of blues and he'll be pretty free and clear here. He just needs to get this last red. He'll have access to every virus, but Influx out at about a minute 40.
Yeah, Influx with good awareness as to what the next build was going to be there. So, very nice work there by Influx, and already making quick work of the start of level 9 as Floyd is out of level 8 at 155.
37 viruses to go here for Floyd to 29 for Influx. Influx dealing with a little bit of garbage in the middle of his board. It's still a clean board for Floyd as he's going to get a tuck quad and narrow this gap down to 4 viruses. He's going to get a quick triple here, and he's going to try to keep pace here as Influx down to 23 viruses as we're about to hit 2.5 minutes. It's just a slight lead to Influx.
Yeah, though Influx right now not getting a lot of places where to go with yellow viruses, but opening up some options there very nicely. As yeah, he's still playing his game the way that we've been saying, just trying to set up for stuff and realizing what the setup should be in order to turn garbage into actually something much more useful.
And it looks like Floyd almost has his left side completely cleared out. That column 1 looking prime here. Looks like the single digit's going to go to Influx first as he's down to 8 with that triple clear. But Floyd coming right back here, going to get a 1 drop double. He's down to 7 viruses. It is 7-5 here as we hit 3.5 minutes or 3 minutes and a quarter. And good boards for both players. It looks like Floyd's got a bit better access.
Yeah, but Influx there he's going to. I think they call it the Panini that double red, and now he's out of level 9 with a double very nicely.
De-sandwiching personified right there.
Oh,
Floyd not
that's the
far
one.
behind as he has some fine Dr. Mario Pilsner. 44 viruses to go for Floyd. 41 viruses to go for Influx. Good boards for both players. Very double friendly for Floyd.
Yeah, and he has a variety of colors on his top line, so that's going to help him try and. Oh, he already taking the lead at this point, so that definitely worked for Floyd. As Influx is trying to deal with that left side, which had a few misdrops, I think.
And it looks like 27 viruses to go. And it looks like that yellow virus hanging up at the top of column 4 that he just got rid of, that was really getting in his way on a lot of plays. And while sometimes you're going to have a virus just, several rows up, you really want to avoid having them those 2 middle columns.
Yeah, definitely, because then you have to move 2 directions, and that takes time. Or also, it might also be a risk of just misdropping and creating even a worse situation.
Floyd's going to eat about a second and a half of drop time on that clear, but he doesn't have much on the top of his board now. A lot of blues, and he's going to have to focus on that as there's also garbage in column 2 he's going to need to eliminate.
Yeah, meanwhile, Influx using very nicely that column 7 as the garbage column, not having a lot of drop time there, and yeah, just hoping for the right pills. That yellow red is going to be very helpful and setting up that trip, that those three clears on the left side.
That was a big combo there. It put him to within one. And now Floyd seems to be struggling here. He's got a split board, and that just constant flow of blues is just not coming from Dr. Mario's hand. Although it looks like Floyd's got himself set up for a horizontal. He's going to do a drill double. He's down to 4, 5 for Inphlox. Now down to 3 for Floyd. We're looking for that red blue, and it looks like it's going to happen. So just a couple of blues for Floyd, and he'll be out. But 3 viruses to go. And oh, are we going to get a blue lightning bolt? We sure are at 5 minutes, 38 seconds. Floyd to the final level first.
Yeah, meanwhile, Influx very stuck on trying to find that blue red, which is just not coming his way. So, yeah, eventually you have to maybe take just any other way to clear those viruses and finally getting the blue red. But he's going to be out only until 6:02. So a big advantage right now for Floyd.
And Floyd already going to work here. Has a very good double friendly board, but that's going to be focused mostly in the center. Overall, oh, we might have a top out danger here for Inphlox. It looks like that double yellow might have gone a little bit rogue. And he's going to have to start thinking about clearing something. Oh, and he makes another misplay. This might be it for this first game, John.
Yeah, definitely. It was a couple of misplays there that just compounded on each other, and yeah, that's not helpful. More so when you are just trying to bring down your top line and not top out, as we are saying. So yeah, Influx just has to perhaps take a breather right now and just continue grinding it.
And
He's out of this danger zone.
and in a tournament where we've seen an intentional top out win a game, uh, almost something we might have considered, but it looks like Influx manages to recover, but now is down by a baker's dozen.
Yeah, it's difficult to take a top out. Really, you just want to show any level that you can deal with it. But yeah, I mean, Influx, considering that the best course of action is just to continue playing, and so far he's trying to shorten the gap, and it's about 10 viruses at this point.
3 viruses to go for Floyd here as he's looking to lock in this first one. A big comeback here as Influx dominated the first half of this game. Not going to lie. But we've got 1 virus left to Influx's 7, and it's not looking like a good board here for Influx to make a comeback. It'll be Floyd at 7:52. Very, very good time from Floyd.
Yeah, definitely. Floyd getting a sub 8, so that's nice time for this 8 to 11. Unfortunately, well, Influx could have had a chance had he not messed up the beginning of level 11.
And you see Influx a little disappointed, but not even going to take that last virus. He's already frozen his timer, so rough going there on that 9, but we definitely saw Influx take Floyd, one of our best players, to the limit there.
Yeah, I mean, I think Floyd had to just adapt and play consistently there on level 11, and that was exactly what made the difference. So yeah, it's going to be Influx just trying to uh, make it so we have finally a third game here on round 2, or will it be the time where there's really not much of a decider here, so a little bit less Dr. Mario. Okay, so we're going to be starting in 3, 2, 1, and Hills. There we go. Influx again earlier out of the gate, but Floyd just a couple seconds behind.
And Ook suggesting that Floyd's pinball machine be a stake here in this game, and I'm sure Floyd would state just a couple of disagreements with that, as he's down to 32 viruses. But just a chasm of a board right now, John.
Yeah, it's a very split board there for Floyd. Basically, it's red and blue on the left side and red and yellow on the right side. So it's an interesting situation that Floyd is in, but he's managing to figure out ways to have little drop time.
And while Influx is going, Influx had a double yellow, had an opportunity to do a triple clear. Didn't elect to go for the tuck, but still doing okay, having a bit of a lead here. A couple viruses as Floyd takes the lead right back.
Yeah, and I'm wondering how Influx is going to deal with those first two columns because, um, oh, that's how that double red is definitely going to help. But yeah, he had to wait for the specific pill in order to clear things up.
And 7 viruses to go here for Floyd. 9 to go for Influx. He's got some good setups. This red virus here in column 4 is going to be very critical as he could start accessing those double blues. And it looks like that's the strategy here as we approach about a minute and a half. Looks like that is what Influx wants to do, and he's going to get it. He's going to be down to 1 virus. Floyd now a bit hung up on RNG, down to 3 viruses. So nice turn of events here for Influx, up after level 8 at a minute 42.
Yeah, and Floyd is going to have to go slowly but surely onto those last viruses. That double yellow is going to help, and then afterwards that double red to get him out at 150. So not too far behind, but it's an important advantage for Influx at this point.
So we hit 2 minutes here. It's a very slight advantage. Influx really holding out for some yellows here, looking to drop something here. Not going to get that red that's in column 6, but still going to open up the board a bit, which is very important as he holds a 4 virus lead over Floyd. But Floyd with that quad tuck.
Yeah, Influx was just waiting for the right pills, and that's his playstyle. He just likes to have the setups and not give up on them, which has been paying off for him so far. As Floyd is now getting this, he's already gotten the advantage at this point. Influx, well, not figuring out how to start, just bringing his top line down. That garbage on column 7 is going to take some time to clear off. So yeah, he's going to have to figure out a way to address that.
And Floyd is getting just a surge of double yellows here. And just it's an incredibly frustrating surge of double yellows, but he will finally make some progress here. I think, John, his big goal is to get these 2 double horizontals potentially, or just the one in the middle of his board in row 3.
Yeah, essentially, if he can get those 2 horizontals done with, then that's going to be beautiful. I think he could have set up for it, and it would have still been much more efficient. But he already a plan for to clear all those viruses, and he will be out at 333.
That's a big combo for Influx. He just had that spire of blue standing there. He's out at 345, not far behind, but Floyd immediately going to work. Double friendly if he could start getting blue and yellows. Meanwhile, for Influx, Influx has got a bit of a bracket here of multicolored viruses. A 1 pill clear really can open this board up, but there's that just giant staircase going across Influx's board.
Yeah, that red staircase is going to be a thing he is going to have to address eventually. But right now his problem is blue, which is not coming in as urgently as necessary. So yeah, we'll have to see how Influx tries to play around it, but there's not much other than try to find the right pills for it. As Floyd is currently not needing a lot of blue, really, it's mostly yellow and red left on his board.
And we're seeing a lot of L's from Influx and T's as he's 9 viruses down. Doesn't have a lot of access to yellow, John, but it's a bit of a different story on Floyd's board. Very little, no blue viruses, and a very split board.
Yeah, definitely. It's just a thing of Influx trying to be as efficient as possible because he's not getting the right pills for his board. Meanwhile, Floyd's just trying to figure out a way to get rid of these last viruses. But of course, with some blue pills that are coming his way, that's not the way to do it. And nobody can actually play that.
Floyd's going to get that.
Hey, and he's going to be out of yellows.
And Floyd definitely going to be setting up for that horizontal. It's an easy play. And he's going to get it. He's going to be out of 10 at 530. Influx not far behind, though. Influx could make a move here. It's just a few viruses to go. Looks like he might be setting up for a horizontal note. Looks like he's abandoned that and gone for the vertical. Do you agree with that, John?
Yeah, definitely. But he was setting up so that the pills above would fall into the red, and that's exactly what he did. So beautiful idea there by Influx, finding out another way to get out below 6 minutes from level 10.
Inphlox has to make up a 16 virus gap, and that's going to be difficult board to do this with, John. There's a lot of stuff spread out at the top and not a lot of doubles.
Yeah, the doubles are mostly below, but they are in this weird configuration where everything is like in threes, so there's no way to take care of all of these things. And the Influx apparently having a misdrop there because he showed it on his face, but making the best out of it actually. If he couldn't go exactly the way he wanted, then he had some horizontals to play with.
And he's at 42 viruses, but Floyd is just looks like he might not be able to be caught here, as he's got 16 viruses to go. Really surging here. Needs a little bit of red help, but I think that misdrop might have sealed the deal here for Inflox.
Yeah, definitely. Floyd is not letting go of this one, and he had the advantage at the end of level 9, and he hasn't let it go so far. So, yeah, this might be it for Influx, but he's not giving up and still making some nice combos there.
7 viruses to go for Floyd here. He's looking to close this out and get to his first semifinals of the 2021 season. And he is very close to doing it. 5 viruses to go, 29 for Inflox. We're really seeing Floyd just absolutely go to town here.
It's just clearing those that red garbage on the left side. That red yellow is definitely going to take care of that, and it's just a couple reds which he's going to get immediately, and Floyd's going to be out
At
at
a
7:36.
brilliant time for Floyd, and he is pumped. He's going to be going to his second ever or his first ever semifinal of the 2021 season, and you can see he is happy. He's finally gotten that monkey off his back. But commiserations to Influx, John. He played a very, very well game. Got real close to taking Floyd out in the first game.
Yeah, definitely. He didn't shrug, unfortunately, in this at the end of that first game, and now in this second game, he wasn't able to keep pace. But to make it at least to round two in your second appearance, that's a big thing, and I'm sure Influx knows it, and he's going to be an interesting opponent moving forward.
And it looks like Influx is going to run this out just to get himself a PB official time here.
Yeah, he's just a few reds away, and a couple more reds, and this should be it. Or that double is going to help, and 8:43 is going to be his time.
And with that, our brackets for semifinal Saturday or Sunday are set. And